dating these scriptures, is it possible to date the Rigveda and the Upanishads? Uh,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I don't
Right.
want to interrupt you.
Is it possible to date the Rigveda and the Upanishads, the Ayurveda Samhita, or the Indian astronomy text that we have?
Okay. So no, that is a great question. Just bear it in mind that it's a kind of a loaded question. Loaded only in this sense, you have included many different genre of ancient Indian narratives in it.
Mhm.
So I'll split it little bit for you because that's only how it can be answered. So for example, Rigveda, so Mahabharata is a historical event, Ramayana is a historical event. So it is a specific date. Now, Rigveda is not an event, right? It is a knowledge that has been accumulated over a long period of time. So, in case of Rigveda, what we can do is we can say how far back we can go, just like that Saraswati answer.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
how far back we can go, and this is what I will tell you. This is my research, okay, and I would say it's an ongoing research, and I'm always open to any kind of critique, and that's true for my Mahabharata dating or Ramayana dating. This is now 10 years and nobody has come forward. I mean, people will say all kinds of things, but when I ask them to come forward and debate, then not many people have shown up. So to answer the question on the Rigveda, for example, it appears that some portions of Rigveda are contemporary or contemporaries with the Mahabharata time. And again, we can understand why that would be so, because Mahabharata tells us, or many of our texts tells us, that Vyasadeva, the author of Mahabharata, rearranged, recasted, re-edited the Vedas, including Rigveda. So that therefore he might have included some stuff there. But if you take the descriptions from Rigveda and then try to corroborate that with the empirical evidence from the modern disciplines of science, then as I said, we definitely can go back to 24,000, beyond 24,000 years. But we can also find some other epochs, such as like 26,000 BC, 28,000 BC, 34,000 BC, 38,000 BC. But I'm going to actually stop at that and say, based on the limited work that I have done or some of my co-researchers have done, we can say that definitely it goes back beyond 40,000 BC. But as to how far back, we don't know the answer. At least I don't know the answer. Oh, and then you ask about, sorry, I don't know. Then you ask Upanishad. Now, Upanishad is a tricky business because, see, we have to be lucky to have a kind of evidence that we can test. And very rarely we find that in Upanishad. Sometimes we do, but Upanishad is, again, another whole set of books. So I'll not go there. So in general, Upanishads are not not easy to date. And yes, we can date it, and I have dated some, but that comes through indirect dating. For example, it will mention some character and some story of, say, Mahabharata, in which case I know it is definitely after 5561 BCE. In that sense, we can date it. And quickly, your last one, see, Samhitas, and you said Ayurveda. Ayurveda, yeah. So Suśruta-saṃhitā, for example, based on the internal evidence, I have dated it going back to definitely 2000, 3000 BC. And it's not to say that Suśruta-saṃhitā was written in 3000 BC. More than likely, and there is enough evidence to say what I'm going to say, more than likely it was updated 3000 BC. And if you have to think of the timing of Suśruta, I have shown using this kind of research that it definitely goes back more than 8,000 years. And quickly, I'll make a one-liner statement for Surya Siddhanta, unless you ask me more question, which is Surya Siddhanta. Again, there are many epochs. Let me just quickly tell you the numbers. Again, we don't know how old, but there are instances, some data that is in Surya Siddhanta that we can say was updated in 580 CE, which is 1500 years ago, going back to 3000 BC, 5500 BC, 7800 BC, 12,000 BC, 14,500 BC, 38,000 BC. So Surya Siddhanta, it also goes definitely back to 40,000 years and beyond. How far back, we don't know.
Namaste. We hope you enjoyed this Chitti Media content. Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. धन्यवाद, नमस्कार.